Hey there, and welcome to a very special Slab City update. Today, I have been at Slab City for exactly 1 year. And so, not only am I going to do the weekly update, I'm going to do a little bit of a kind of yearly recap sort of thing, as well as I am finally going to answer causes for questions. So, you guys are going to go ahead and you're going to get to see that in a little bit. And I had a special guest doing the interviewing, so I hope you really enjoy that. So, I also like to give a shout out to Cornelius, because as of today as well, she's been 1 year out at the library, and I want to say, Cornelius, that I've really enjoyed watching the metamorphosis that has happened out at the library, and I wish you continued growth with that. Alright, let me also clarify a few things about last week's video. First and foremost, I want to say that I told Corey those things before making that video, and honestly, Corey took what I had to say to him like a champ. And in that conversation is when he told me about the accountability piece. And this is an update on my life, and that was one thing that happened. And I just wanted to share that. Like, the one thing that I do definitely admire about Corey is when I have given him feedback like I did the other day and on the video, he does actually listen to it. He takes it in, and if he agrees with it, generally tries to do something about it. So, again, like, I don't fucking hate Corey. Just, like, I don't ever want it to become like that. So that's why I think it's best that we don't live together. Because then it won't. Now on to some of No Freeloaders rants. Let me start off by saying I do not live in East Jesus, and both you and I know that. So let's stop with that. As for your garbage comments, I'm going to say that, I wish the community as a whole, including myself, was better on keeping our garbage contained. Unfortunately, it's a bit of currently at an infrastructure problem. Like, I don't have an extra $75 a month to get a dumpster. We have been promised some 35 steel drum type containers, which we plan on putting 2 drums at every site, one for recyclables and then one for non-recyclables, and then being able to take them out on a regular basis. I unfortunately have picked a really poor location to actually set up camp. The wind is terrible up here, and because I don't have any sort of the lids don't stay on it sort of thing, like sometimes some garbage does blow out and it drifts away. But I want to say, for the most part, probably still at a net zero from garbage, because when I do go for my walks, and especially like if I see stuff that is blown off the Ecovillage boundaries, that is our stuff, I try to pick it up when I see it. I'm not saying I see it all and that I'm fucking excellent at it, because definitely, like, that is one area where I could improve and do planning on improving. But please I want you to understand that this is in its infancy. This isn't a well-run, oiled machine by any means. This is in its infancy state. And, black plastic bags are nice, but unfortunately they really don't hold up to the UV here. So unless, like, we actually have the dumpster on a regular basis, they're going to break down and wind's going to blow over. That's why we're trying to get the steel containers out here to put the stuff in, and then make a big trip at one time to the town dump. because I believe it's $70 or $80 to do that. And while it's ridiculous to do that for the amount of garbage we currently have, it is something that as we stack up, we will draw out here. So, like, I do apologize for not doing a better job about that, and I'm going to ask you for a little bit of understanding, as well as, like, yeah, if you want to spend the money on some black bags, by all means, you know, have it sent to the Ecovillage, and I will pick more shit up. I'll fill them up, and like. You're probably out here, so if you want to offer to drag that garbage somewhere, or even split the cost with me on something like that, like, let's talk. Let's be adults. You try to act like you don't know how to spell and things like that, yet your word usage lets me know that you're not stupid. You're intelligent. So, like, come on. Use real words. You don't need, like, there's no reason to hide. I don't care who you are. Like, if you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. However, I think it's funny that you say that I don't make any money one minute, and then the next minute out your mouth is I'm evading taxes. And I want you to know right now that by you saying that I'm evading taxes when I have not been charged or convicted of any such thing is actually liable and a felony. You're committing a felony on YouTube. I'm not going to report you to YouTube, but somebody may report you to YouTube. Like, I wouldn't want to piss them off because they don't appreciate that. That's not what this platform is supposed to be used for. So, I'm not evading taxes. Quit committing a crime by telling people that I am. How about we go ahead and watch that Kaz answering the 4 questions with Kaz. Hello. Welcome to a very special 4 questions with Kaz. As you may notice, I'm sitting on the opposite end, and we got CJ over here with us. Hello. Which, incidentally, was the first person to do the 4 questions with Kaz, so I thought it would be great to have CJ ask me the 4 questions. And as you're watching this, I'm releasing this on my 1-year anniversary of being at Slab, so yeah. That's why it's a special one, and I'm sitting in this chair. So, with that, let's get to it.
Well, Kaz, what brought you to Slab City?
Well, I was living at Dancing Rabbit Ecovillage for 4 years and had kind of realized that that's probably where I wasn't going to be spending any more of, wouldn't be living a whole bunch more. And I was kind of looking at what was next. And I was thinking about starting up my own community and was looking somewhere to come that would be cheap so that I wouldn't have to focus a lot of, time on that. And one of the visitors in the last visitor session at Dancing Rabbit that year told me about Slab City. And before, like, I had seen Into the Wild, but, like, that scene didn't jump out and speak to me like it has to so many other people who have come here. Yeah, it was just like a blip. So, like, I really didn't know what it was. And I think the first thing I watched was the Vice documentary. And I noticed very quickly that they, projected the very negative view on things. But when they would pan across things, I saw, $250,000 RVs and stuff like that. So right. I really saw past that. And I went, you know what? It's free there. I can sit and do paperwork and whatnot. And that'll be a great place to do it. So that's what brought me to Slab City.
Well, that being said, what surprised you the most about Slab City?
Oh, surprised me the most, I guess it would have to be how cliquish things can be here at times. I really expected a lot more of just grumpy people wanting seclusion, not so much groups and then not liking other groups because of whatever reason. So I guess the clickiness part of it is what has surprised me the most.
All right, so what's your favorite thing about Slab City?
So if you would have asked me this before I changed camps, it would have been the walk to the range, because watching the sunset go down over the mountains and stuff like that, going to the range, going to listen to music. But I'm going to expand that answer in general. Now, especially seems now I'm up here and I have fucking great views for sunsets over the mountains, being able to see the Salton Sea. And then, like, another one of my favorite things is being able to, well, when I first moved here, I'd walk butt naked to the end and take a crap while the sun was coming up over the mountains. And I definitely think, you know, if you can experience a poop that way, by all means, you should do it.
Oh, okay. And the final question is, what would you change about Slab City, if you could?
I think what I would change, and what I am trying to change, is the public's perception of this place. And let them see that really it is just like anywhere else. You have a wide spectrum, good, bad, and everything in between. So I guess that's what I would change, is people's opinion of this place.
Yeah, like 50 Shades of Grey for sure.
All right. Well, that concludes the special edition of 4 Questions with Cause. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Welcome back. It's been another pretty busy week. We had another fun crowd for Put Our Meat in Our Your Mouth Monday. This week, people who stayed late got a special treat. They got to look at my brain bag. They say in comedy that timing and delivery is everything. And to say that my timing and delivery were way off on Monday night would be an understatement. I usually don't drink, and I had been drinking a fair amount, so like my motor skills probably weren't all there, as well as my mental capacity to think and things of that nature. And as we were hanging out, I heard somebody talking shit about the hacker group Anonymous. And I actually kind of have some respect for those people and what they are trying to accomplish and have accomplished. So I was a little irritated. So in my mind, this is how I imagine things going. I would say, hey, anybody who thinks Anonymous is full of bullshit has a brain smaller than this. And then as everybody turned around and fucking stared at me, I'd be like, ball gazers. Everybody to laugh hilariously. The reality of the fact is while my drunk ass was preparing my nutsack for viewing, there happened to be not such a good angle for one of the party goers, and to him it looked like I was about to fucking drop my balls on top of some girl's head. And so like nobody was really finding that funny at the moment. However, the next morning when everybody got to put pieces together and figure out what it was, I've been the butt of the joke most of the week. So that's, like they say, timing and delivery, everything was not working for me on that. So 'twas the day before Christmas, and in my inbox was an email from Amsterdam Matt asking if him and his pals could crash on my couch. So, here's Christmas Eve Day. There's email from couch surfing on my couch about this guy from Amsterdam and his buddies, wanting to come to Slab City. They were going to spend a night, and wanted to know if it would be cool if they crashed on my couch. And I was like, by all means, let's see if somebody from couch surfing actually shows up, because thus far I've had 2 different groups say they're going to show up, both from Germany, and none of them showed up. I don't know if maybe they pulled into Slab City and was like, ooh, this is a little shady, I don't know, I'm getting out of here. And then just went, oh, we were running late, so we moved on to our next destination. Or whether, what actually happened. So they actually showed up. They were 3 pretty cool gentlemen, although I will have to say I'm highly disappointed that 2 out of the 3 folks from Amsterdam didn't smoke pot. And the one that we did, he got pretty fucking high, so he's not used to smoking that much at all. So, hey, maybe if it's not a taboo, people won't want it so much. Apparently that works out in Amsterdam, because only 2 out of 3 didn't smoke at all, and they were fairly young dudes. Like, I so would have expected that they would, but did get to smoke with the one. And then, so they only requested to stay 1 night, but they actually they stayed 3 nights. So they were here for Christmas. For dinner, I made a creamy wild rice soup with ham. I only got to eat a little bit of it because when it was ready, the sun was starting to go down, and by the time I got back, it was like the whole pot was demolished. I made a big vat of it and gone, which I was kind of surprised on. I figured, there'd be some left at how slowly the appetizers disappeared. They disappeared fairly quickly, but they were on that soup. And I was also slow on the main meal train, and I only got a couple pieces of ham, didn't get anything else out of the delicious goodnesses that I was looking forward to, but that's okay. I can clearly skip a meal or two, and people that probably needed to eat got to eat, so I was down for that. I wanted to thank Nancy Smith for some of the nutritional yeast that she sent me. I actually put some of it in the Christmas soup. So again, thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. Something that is really hard to find out here. I have not had any luck whatsoever. So thank you very much for that. Now that we've done the weekly stuff, how about we move on to some of the stuff that's happened over the last year? So I've lost 60 pounds over the last year, so I guess not eating French fries and mayonnaise every day at Zim's has paid off a little bit. I've also been doing a fair amount of walking around as well. And while I do miss Zim's, I also miss an awful lot of the people at DR. And I wasn't sure that I was. Most of all, I would have to say that I miss my pal Cinder. She was probably the biggest surprise relationship from when I lived at Dancing Rabbit. When I first moved there, she was 12 years old. When I moved away, and she moved away as well, she was 16. I kind of regret that I've dropped the ball on that relationship and haven't been more proactive in keeping it engaged. Our relationship has basically dwindled down to every once in a while sending her a message on Facebook letting her know that I miss her and I love her, and she returns the statement. So yeah, I do miss talking and hanging out with that young lady. I do creep on her Facebook page every now and then to see that she's definitely is growing up to be a young lady that people should admire. I also am kind of missing the critter men, Kyle, Caleb, and Ben. Was teased a little bit with that Caleb and Kyle might come out this winter, but they're not. Hopefully next winter. I'm told for sure, but who knows. And I miss hanging out with Ben, too, as well. Not sure if he's planning on traveling with the other two or not, but it would be nice to see him as well. I definitely enjoy their banter. That is for sure. And surprisingly, I actually miss Nathan, too. While we may have knocked heads an awful lot, that doesn't mean I didn't like the guy and didn't enjoy his company in other aspects. And I do know that every February he comes out to Palm Springs to do a meditation retreat. And, honestly, if he decided to come down and visit for a couple of days, I think that'd be really cool. I miss a lot of the other people from Dancing Rabbit, Red Earth Farms, and Sand Hill, but those are really the people who pop into my head on a regular basis. over the last year, I've made quite a few friends, and many of them returned this season, and many more of them are still expected to return. And some of them have even decided to join me in this experiment of my Ecovillage. And so, like, that's been a really fun part of Slab City. I originally challenged myself to stay here a year. I'm at least going to stay here 2 years so I can earn my official slabber title and not be a pretender at all. I started this YouTube video channel to basically tell friends and family, hey, what's up, without having to type the same thing over and over and over again. Yet, here I am with, as of today, 420 subscribers. When I upload this, there'll be 38 videos with over 39,000 views. I never thought that would happen. I actually started an intentional community inside of Slab City instead of this being where I figure out where next to set up that community. And I really changed my idea on what that community might look like. Originally, it was going to be 10 to 12 people or 10 to 20 people that I know on 10 to 20 acres, and we do whatever it is to live sustainably as possible. And now it's like, I'm going to live to 10 to 20 people, but why does that 10 to 20 people have to be always the same 10 to 20 people? They can float in and float out, like naturally happens within life. Nobody's taking a sabbatical from the Ecovillage. Just their time's up. They're going to drift on to wherever it is. So, like, that's definitely something that I was not expecting. All in all, it's been a pretty good year. Anyways, that's another one of my Slab City updates. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. My videos are ad-free, so if you subscribe to my channel and want to support my videos, please do so by sending me a few dollars on PayPal, or by getting me something off one of my Amazon wish lists. Or you can just send me a care package. Links and addresses are below for that. Anyways, peace, love, and all that hippie jazz.